everybody, I'm right here in Sydney, Australia, and Merry Christmas. Today is Christmas Day. I just arrived this morning and I am actually not entirely surprised, but it is really true that many shops, or almost every single shop, is closed. I started off walking from Chippendale area, and over there's a Central Park Mall. All the shops are closed, and on my way down this way towards Chinatown, passing by Harris Street, and also all the shops are closed. Restaurants, some are open, some are closed, and maybe because this is near the Chinatown area, more Asian stalls. So far I have seen Thai restaurants and Vietnamese restaurants. The Thai restaurants, they have a sign outside saying something like 10% or 15% extra charge on festive days. And the Vietnamese restaurants, so far they didn't say. The one that I went into, you will have to pay a surcharge if you pay by credit card and debit card. The aircon is not functional, it's not open, and yet I did not feel warm at all. It's nice and cool right here. I came from that area, and the central station is over there. There's also a clock tower there. This is a tram station. Now, when I last came here was several years ago. I don't think the tram was out yet, or maybe I have missed something then. And many years ago, I'm talking about like 10 years ago probably, or there was still a monorail, which they have removed, and that one actually just goes around. Besides Chinatown, it comes from Darling Harbour area, and it goes to the city area, make a loop around it. Now let me continue to walk downwards towards Chinatown area, and let's see how many shops are opened. This KFC opposite is closed. I did pass by one earlier. It was open, and so is the famous burger shop. Market City. Looks pretty quiet there. I'm not very familiar with this place. I'll just walk around. There's a Dong Now supermarket there. Little store there. I think it looks more like a Vietnamese grocery, or Chinese grocery, sorry, Dong Lao. And oh, this Market City is actually the same building as the Paddy's Market, which opens from 10 to 6, Wednesday to Sunday. It does look quite different from the last time I came to Paddy's Market many years ago. It's just a disappointment for most of us because the supermarkets are all closed, and I refer to the big supermarkets where we like to buy our usual stuff. So we can't buy what we want to buy. Most of these places will be open on Boxing Day, which is tomorrow, the 26th of December. Unfortunately, we have to leave the city already tomorrow morning, meaning we have no chance to shop. This place looks open. I will go in a while. I just want to show you what's outside here. Now, can you see the arc over there opposite? First of all, I need to cross this rail. This is more like it. This is the usual entrance that I once saw and entered. No wonder the other end looked unrecognizable to me. So this Chinese arc or entrance is quite typical of all Chinatown in different countries, different cities. And I kind of changed my mind. I would rather go into this Market City shopping area first, because whatever's inside may close. The shopping center or this Market City may close, whereas this eating street won't close except for the individual restaurants. And this tram line above used to have this suspended monorail going down this way. I think it's exactly the same area here, though they have removed all traces of it. He coughed into my face. Here is Arc of Chinatown, and I have another video separately for the Market City, which is above the Paddy's Market. The Paddy's Market is level 1, then it starts from level 2, 3 upwards. And there is a food court in there, as well as being Christmas Day today. I'm impressed to see 30% of the shops are open. This is Covent Garden Hotel. This street looks very alive. It is not dinner time yet. Currently, it is about 5:50 in the evening, and already many people queuing up for the restaurants. This bakery is still here. I remember buying stuff from them before. So do not worry if you feel that there's no food or there are not many open places around, and if you feel that the streets are quiet in other parts of Sydney. Just come to Chinatown on today's Christmas Day. It's probably also likewise for other festive seasons. I can't be sure about Chinese New Year though. Maybe that's the only exception. And Chinatown doesn't mean you only have Chinese restaurants, of course. You also have others, including Vietnamese and Thai, as long as it's Asian. The Holiday Inn here. Just for information, I just came up from this Dr. Vitamins inside, and I realized that they sell, of course, lots of vitamins, and they do have promotion sales and discounts, and they accept Alipay in case you prefer to pay. In case you prefer to pay that way, and they have Mandarin speakers as well. Sorry about a sudden jerk. Somebody just dashed into my direction, and I will continue my walk down Chinatown. I noticed what the lady says through the salesperson that I met earlier. It is really true that I see a lot more Filipino now. And I also see a lot of mainlanders, but that is not anything new, just slightly more than before. Look at this dog with the furry long tail. Smells very good, all skewer stuff. You order your skewers and I think they just barbecue for you probably. That one smells really nice. So this is the exit or the entry, depends on where you come from. Pastry shop. Looks like a nice one. Understand virtue and trust. That's what it says. Eating Wild. It's barely 6 o'clock, but this place is already beginning to flood with people. It's Christmas Day today. This is Dixon Street. I can see the building sticking out there is Sofitel, and that will be exactly where the Darling Harbour is. In fact, this is already the entry point of Darling Harbour, and the harbour bridge will be on the other side. Can you hear the sound? It's good for those visually impaired people. Now that I'm making a U-turn back, instead of heading back exactly the same way, I will take a slightly different route. I'm going to walk in here. It says Yomadi as well, besides, yeah, it says here Yomadi. This shop actually tried to make it a replica of a Hong Kong street or Hong Kong area Yomadi. 10% service charge again for public holiday. And inside here, they have the OK store, which is like a convenience store, long chain sauna, and they have the mahjong place, realty, property agents, and a barbecue store, and yes. So this is quite unique a place. They try to make it look like somewhere in Hong Kong. So this place is not a street of restaurants. It is a restaurant in itself, renovated like streets of Hong Kong with stores representing Hong Kong. And property agency is one of them that you see everywhere besides the convenience store like OK. And also, I just see something now. Can you see up there? Central Station. And the other side it says Yamate. I felt bad videoing because the cashier was not very happy or a bit shy, so she covered her face, and I thought I better take my leave. This store smells so good. We have both indoors and outdoor seating. You have more mood if you eat outdoors, but not when it's hot and rainy. Let me see if I can go through this mall. You used to be able to. Not sure about today. It should bring me to the main road if it's open. Yes, I think so. So I can walk on the outskirts of Chinatown. One or two stores are open. Up there, juice, beer, drink store opened. Can exit this way. Hong Kong tea. So I hit the road. This side, that goes to that side. This is 401-403. The car park says Sussex Centre. It's beginning to pour a little. You know, just one street apart is so much quieter compared to the restaurant street. The inner road in between was where I walked through just now. The restaurant street between the two arcs, entry and exits. Chinatown itself has several streets. So the little street that I just crossed is Little Hay Street. Until I can see the name of this street, I can't advise this yet. The address of this restaurant is Sussex Street. So this could be Sussex Street. That's why the shopping center that I walked through was Sussex Center, right? So this should be Sussex Street then. Okay, this is another walk-through area that can go through down to the eating street across. Yes. At the far end, you can see lots of people. They were queuing up to enter this restaurant earlier at that end. Mahjong wall. Okay. So for the privacy of the people, I will not go in there. I'll exit again. Selling Hong Kong food here, you have the 香港魚蛋粉 fishball noodle soup, you have the 西多士 French toast, curry fishball 咖喱魚蛋. I got it again. This store sells dried good items like Chinese mushrooms, black fungus, dates, some of the Chinese herbs. These for boiling soup. Different kinds of Chinese herbs they have. These are flower. These are the longan seed. And this is fish maw, different kind of fish maw. This is a kind of mushroom, which is quite unusual. Abalone from different countries. So it's like a oil maple, we call it, for dried goods. They are not open today. Ever Spring. Back to Sussex Street. I leave Sussex Street now. Oh, he's singing the Hokkien song, very famous one. Now I'm heading on to George Street. I'm beginning to leave this city area towards Chippendale again. Just give you a clip of the city on this side. I found out that actually the rail has been constructed like 10 years ago, but they only started operation like 5 years ago, and that is not surprising why I didn't I have not seen the tram till this visit. Is that how they pronounce it? You have to struggle, you have to try, you have to fight for it, then will you win. That's what it means. Capital, Beauty of the Beast. Capital Hotel Square. So George Street is like kind of parallel to the inner streets of Chinatown. This timing is quite good. Very good timing he has. That's all I know. This song. Only one sentence. Mountbatten Hotel. I think these are very, very old hotels. And for these very old hotels, they have a similar style. They have a bar restaurant below. This little road is Ultimo Road. U-L-T-I-M-O. Ultimo Road. And this is Market City. Again. I'm back to the spot where I first started the video. This is where I dine. Very windy now. Again, this is another hotel. It says Great Southern Hotel, and right here again there is another bar. Like I said, it's a kind of a trend in the past probably to have a bar area below the hotel. It's just like the coffee shop concept nowadays, to have a coffee shop at the lobby area of each hotel. Walking along George Street upslope. I'm grateful and thankful the weather is not that hot. In fact, it is slightly chilly at times. And I'm climbing upslope. There's a church here. It's a massage place. Australian style convenience store. They have currency exchange as well. This one run by an Indian. Or at least the worker is an Indian worker. Christ Church at Lawrence. This is the name of the church. This Thai restaurant here is halal. This area is Railway Square. It says Pitt Street. And this is Key Street. So basically, it's like a fork. Here, Pitt Street, George Street, and Key Street. If you want to head towards Darling Harbour, my hotel receptionist say take the extreme left, which is Key Street. If you want to go Chinatown, which I just came from, you take the middle one, which is George Street, and then the other one goes to the station. Her description was very clear and accurate. The chemist warehouse is open. Wow, is this a hair salon? If it is huge. Very big. Is this still in operation? Well, this side doesn't look like a hair salon anymore. I see photocopiers and computers, laptops. Cool. Very huge space. Still along this main street of George Street. I just passed by a homeless. Sometimes they're just hiding in corners. But generally speaking, most of them are harmless. They really mean no harm. Sometimes we just scare ourselves. Pita Kebab Halal place. This one is open. Fried chicken. This Taiwanese bubble tea is open. This burger place is open. I wonder if I was just too hungry earlier. Besides the burger and the chicken, I didn't really see anything else open. And the Thai halal. Now that I've eaten, I begin to see places that are open. I have just crossed over along this George Street from the other side to this side. I'm used to saying the other side, but I realized that there are a lot of people who say the other side instead of the other side. And it makes me wonder which is the correct way of speaking. Just like anyway and anyways. Maybe one is British, one is American. Or how you spell gray, G-R-A-Y versus G-R-E-Y. Or center, C-E-N-T-R-E versus C-E-N-T-E-R. It confuses me. Sydney Rizzion Hotel. Is it the bar below? This time it's not a bar, it's Asian food. Chinese food. I think it's China cuisine. Ahead another old hotel called Eau Claire Hotel, and again a bar below. So my assumption may be correct. There's a street here that says Merry Christmas. This little street that I divert into is called Spice Alley or O'Connor Street. And ahead of me is Carlton Street. Opposite is University of Technology Sydney. Now right ahead here is the Central Park Mall with the Woolworths supermarket. It is actually very near the Four Points Sheraton Hotel. It's just unfortunate that being Christmas today, they are not open. And none of the stores are open. This is a very new building, surrounded by plants like this all the way up. Boxing Day sale, 30% off, means they'll be open tomorrow, but I won't be here. I will be ready on my way to the airport early in the morning, or perhaps already departed from Sydney by the time they open. And this one too, Boxing Day sale. I'm in Sydney 24 hours too early. So this entire mall is closed. Super dry, sale up to 50% off. See what I mean by a very grassy plants around the building. For real, they're real plants. The maintenance must be very high. This is Chippendale Way. Thank goodness the rain has stopped. The hotel told me this red brick building ahead is something newly constructed to be a future mall. However, it looks very old to me. I don't know why she says it's a new building, unless they deliberately build it, making it look old. Let me check out this little park. 12 Squares it's called. Is it? Now if the hotel here says Central Park attached to the hotel name, there should be a Central Park nearby, isn't it? And what is this? This can't be the park, it's too small. At the same time, it is a park, but it has no name. This avenue is called Central Park Avenue, so perhaps this is a park. This is the other side of the Central Park Mall, and it looks like apartments above with lots and lots of plants. Central Park Mall, this is a little park area, and over there I see a sign. It's actually the Woolworths supermarket sign, but it says Metro. Not sure what it means. What is this building? I refuse to believe it's a new building. To those days when the vessels were open to the air, so you could see it, smell it. This is it. This is indeed an old building. It was a huge former brewery. from 1835. That's why. Until 2005. Told you it's an old building. Looks so antique. That's why I refuse to believe it's a new building. I like antique old buildings, ancient. And see, you see, the idea is so you can smell it in the neighborhood when they brew. So currently it is not in use, not open as a museum or anything. So maybe she is in a way correct. They are going to convert it to a shopping center, having new zones and sections perhaps. But the original skeleton is definitely antique, with torn down walls, and the characteristic is just, well, it represents something rich in history, in my opinion. Starbucks is closed now. It was open earlier when I passed by at about 3 p.m. Central Quarter Restaurant, this is called. Thai seafood is also closed. It wasn't open all day, and in fact it won't be open until the 29th. I just saw the sign. And this is Four Point Sheraton Hotel at Chippendale. And what is this sign that says 1937? The Malt House. Cotton Street maltings were completed in 1937 near the site to the west. From the Four Point Sheraton, I continue to walk along Broadway, and this is Abercrombie Street. Abercrombie Street. Opposite is St. Benedict's Catholic Church. So in a way, the George Street kind of connects to Broadway. I didn't see when it changes from George Street to Broadway, but it's basically the same street, just the other end of it. So I turn left at Abercrombie Street, and actually upwards on the left should be the Four Point Sheraton Hotel. I'm just trying to check out what restaurants there are here. I was told there are a couple of restaurants nearby along this way. Bubble Nini. Only this one. Only one. Perhaps more downwards. So Bubble Nini is similar to, or maybe it is Taiwanese bubble tea. Doesn't look like any more restaurants. Pretty quiet street. Another cafe there. Solo cafe. it is still open. And that's the part I was already over there. So intersection of Abercrombie Street and Irving Street. It's installed as a hair salon. Oh, sorry, this is not Solo Cafe, but YOLO Cafe. And what do they sell? I think they're closed. I see Chinese words, so it's a Chinese cafe. And this one at the corner is a gym. So I'm not too sure what my hotel receptionist meant when she suggested me coming this way for food. Yes, this is back to the Central Park Avenue. Can it be this? No, it doesn't look like it either. So I have walked around the entire parameters of 4 Points, along Broadway, turning at Abercrombie Street, turning back to this area via Irving Street. And this little lane here is Central Park Avenue. And it's beginning to rain again. So 4 Point Sheraton doesn't really have a driveway. It's inaccessible because it's passageway. Pedestrian pathway. So this is the closest you can get. And meaning you will be under the rain, unfortunately. This is the closest you can get. This is the side entrance here and a revolving door ahead. You can go this way or that way. I hope you like this video of mine of the Chinatown tour in Sydney on Christmas Day. You can see it is not really that quiet and many shops are open. Rather, they are actually restaurants and eateries that are open. Shops itself maybe about 20 to 30%. And the market itself, the building, you have about 30% of the shops open at the Market City. So I hope you like this video. Kindly like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And see you again next time. Bye bye.